I asked my Instagram followers if I could critique their photo. We had over 99 people vote yes, and we had 28 people that voted not yet, but I'm nervous. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let the roast begin. So our photographer's name is Lily, and she focuses on weddings, couples, and engagement shoots. So normally I don't like the brown tones because they're a little overdone, but this one seems to be pretty well done. Lily, it looks like you're using kind of a wider lens because you're able to capture the details in the back versus if you were to use a telephoto lens, it would all kind of just come forward. But I like this, I like this. There's just something about 35 millimeters, which I've been shooting more lately. It just feels like more natural, and I really like how it brings the entire environment in the photograph. I'm assuming that you're using a 35 or at least a 50. Do you see this picture here, which doesn't have like the earth tones? I would have loved to have seen that one kind of resemble your overall theme. It kind of feels like it throws it off in your grid a little bit. Lily, I think you're doing a phenomenal job. Keep doing what you're doing. So next that I'm gonna pick out is TK Photography. I like his profile pic, kind of hidden behind a camera, which most of us are always behind a camera anyway. So let's check him out. He's got 316 followers and looks like, oh no, dude, you're shooting with a Nikon? Oh my gosh, dude. I said let the roast begin, and surely enough, they're gonna start here with TK. TK, I'm just kidding, man. Okay, looks like you're kind of into like the street photography vibe, maybe a little bit of privacy you gotta watch here. Honestly, that's not a bad shot. I kind of dig it. And what I really like and appreciate about this one is the light underneath it, and I think it matches overall with the tones of the dial. So you notice got that warm color down the bottom, and then the yellow in the watch also has those warm tones. So I really like how you incorporated that in there. So with TK, I don't really know what your page is like specifically about. It kind of looks like you do a little bit of everything with your photography page. In fact, I encourage anybody that's just starting out in the photography world to shoot as much as you can, shoot as many things, whether that's products, whether it's food, it's landscape, street photography, because that's really gonna help you determine what you really like to do. Oh, we got a good one here. So Logan Scott Photography actually had messaged me saying that she was low-key nervous about the critique. Now Logan has about 4,000 followers, and she mainly deals with family, couples, engagement, and maternity shots. So Logan only has a few photos on her page. I don't know if Logan has cleaned up her Instagram lately, but for the most part, it looks like the feed is, first of all, consistent. So if you were to contact Logan, you know what your photo is gonna look like, which is good. Your most recent post, I really like this. Good pose. Looks like they are really in love with each other, and the little sprinkles on top of the snow, I think that right there just makes it a much more powerful image. Phenomenal. Oh, look at this. A very classic trick to use on Instagram with a carousel is to go ahead and split the images. It gives you a nice little experience, and I think that close-up right there, very nice, very sharp. I love everything about it. It's very passionate. I mean, this is something that you could probably honestly see like in an ad. Oh wow, just incredible right here too. The rest of these photos are really good. Here's a tip to every photographer. We get so used to shooting for Instagram that most of our pictures are always going to be in portrait. Guys, do not forget to shoot in landscape mode. It is very important. There's so many other different shots that we could get that we don't because we just focus on taking pictures because Instagram. I think Instagram is just ingrained portrait into our brains. But as you can see though, Logan is doing it completely right by taking landscape shots, and she's killing it. She's killing it. So the only thing I have about your page, Logan, is just that there's like a random black and white photo when all your other ones are in color. It's a really well done photo. In fact, I really like the leading lines. It's a little weird on your overall grid, but other than that, it's a really good image. Oh, and look, here's the colored photos. Again, Logan killing it with the carousel posts, with the landscape shots. Looks really good. If I was in your area, I would definitely contact you to take pictures of me and my wife. Okay, next photographer that we have here on our list is Alberto Rocha _photo. So Alberto looks like he does a lot of landscape photography, and overall really good tones. Looks like greens. And okay, so now we're kind of starting to get to the more bottom of the page where it's kind of a little bit more random. So, but let's see, Alberto, one of your most recent photos. Ooh, very nice. So it looks like it's a long exposure shot. What I really appreciate about this photo is that the water, it technically is leading us to your subject, which I assume is going to be that bridge. I like all the lines, how they're going there. It's all flowing together. My eyes are literally following that river to that bridge. I think this is a beautiful photo. One thing I probably would have liked to have added on this is probably just maybe someone standing on that bridge, either, you know, probably just like looking out to where we see their back or something. I just like to add humans to photos because it brings like another sense of scale into the photograph. Not to say that this is a bad photo. I think it's a really well done photo. Okay, we finally found one that is not private. We got Nico.Wyatt.photos. He has 1,670 followers. He does portraits, landscapes, creative shots, and also DM him for bookings. One thing I want to add real quick to your profile page is I know that you said DM for info and bookings. I don't know if like you're opening up that to the whole world as in like you'll travel there, but maybe add where you're located at if you're open for bookings, because I'm in Texas and I don't know where you're at, man. And I doubt that you live where I'm at. Just a thought. Just a thought. Oh, so there's quite a bit of things going on in this one, Nico. I think it has the potential to probably be a good photo, but I just feel like the sky is over edited. It feels like all the highlights just kind of were brought completely down, and it looks like you yourself a little blurry, which honestly I don't mind yourself being blurry, but if I zoom in it kind of looks like you might have done some selection brushing or something, because it kind of looks like it has like a little halo effect around you, and when you're editing you have to be really careful with that because then it kind of makes your photo look a little tacky. I think the overall composition is okay. I just think that the execution was not done properly. I think you can definitely probably revisit this photo. I'd have to look at the raw image, but I think it has some potential. Now see, this one right here is much better, but then again, this one was taken during the day. So obviously, like, you know, it's gonna be a lot easier to capture photos. You don't have to do like long exposures. One thing that I would suggest on this, Nico, just to make your carousel post a little better, like I really like this shot, right? I think it's a good establishing shot. But then if you notice, the rest of these are pretty much the same. Like nothing has really changed except for your posing. I would really like for you to like incorporate like this establishing shot where it's at, like kind of like a medium wideish shot. This one could kind of be more telephoto where it kind of focuses on you a little bit more on what you're doing, and this one can maybe go back to like a little bit of wide, or it could be an even closer shot, like showing some details, maybe like your chain or something, or your sunglasses. I think that'll really kind of help bring the story of your post and give you a better carousel. So now see, we got this. I think if you would have incorporated a shot like this in that other post, it would have made it better. And now we got another night picture here. This one is actually really well done, Nico. I really like the long exposure in this one. I like all of the light trails. The blues, I think those blues work really well with like the warm tones of the orange. I think this is a really well done, executed long exposure. Well, okay, my friends, that is the roasting session in a nutshell. If you did enjoy, make sure to go and leave a like. If you want to see more content, of course, subscribe. You don't have to, but I invite you to. I welcome you to subscribe. And well, I guess that's pretty much it. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, stay creative, my friend.